Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to a Chaseontwowheels first ride. Triumph let me borrow this 2020 Triumph Moto2 Daytona. It's got the 765 engine inside of it. This is the Moto2 version. It is a limited run. I am excited. This bike was not given to me by Mountain Motorsports, but this is how we start every first ride, so I wanted to stay consistent. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if this bike is going to rev your heart like I'm pretty sure it's going to rev mine, and we will begin this video. There you go. Thank you for hitting the like button. Okay, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out, watch it. Moto2, it even says it on the dash. Oh, how legit. All right, dudes, we are on carbon fiber overload. Let us get back on the Moto2, or back on it. Let's just get on it, period. All right, Triumph always wants you to have it in neutral. All right, we have it in neutral. Wait, why is that on? There we go. All right, then you have to pull the clutch in, and then you can turn it on. There we go. 2020 765. The last Triumph I rode, other than the Daytona that I used to own, I had the Street Triple 765 for a while. Triumph let me borrow it a couple years ago. This is that engine. So, if you guys remember from the Street Triple first rides and the videos I did on it, this bike has got one of the best dashes I've ever seen. Hopefully you guys can see that. We can go into the mode button and go all the modes. So we've got rain, road, street, like hard riding on the street, track, and then user defined. We're not going to get into user defined. We'll start in rain mode, progress our way up, and when we get to the highway, we'll hit up on track. So we're in rain mode, cool. So this is one of the best dashes I've ever seen on bikes because it's so intuitive. You know what I mean? I can just go all over the place. I can change the contrast if I want. Auto contrast, that's what I want. And now it changes. I knew it could do that. Okay. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get going on our limited edition 574 of 765. Daytona Moto2 765. Woo! All right, let's get going. Woohoo! We are on a sport bike, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is going to deny that fact. All right, guys, so we are here on Triumph's Moto2 Daytona. You know, body position-wise, I'm thrown back to my R6 days. I am in a super sport position. I'm way leaned over. My legs are origamied up as much as they possibly can. And, you know, the top of half of my body is really leaned up. My legs are tight. But this is, of all the bikes that are going to have a race position, it needs to be a super sport. It needs to be a bike like this. Let's be real. These bikes are made to ride on the track, and you're just able to ride them on the road. Now, that's true for all super sports, but more specifically this bike. This is as close to a Moto2 race replica motorcycle that you can buy. Granted, it's going to cost you $17,500, but is it worth that money? Hopefully we're going to find out today. By the way, guys, this bike is as it comes from Triumph. It has Olin suspension. It's got brand new Brembo brakes. It's got carbon fiber jiggly bits. It is a performance machine, and you're going to pay for that. You are absolutely going to pay for that. And already, I can tell you, it is kind of nuts. It's been a minute since I've rode a Super Sport, so this is kind of me coming back onto a Super Sport, and dude, in what better way to be back on a Super Sport than be on a super limited run Daytona, right? How freaking cool is that? I do remember when I rode the street triple around, I got to feel what that 765 engine felt like. And at the time, I owned a Daytona 675. So there's the 675 is the old one, 765 is the new one. And when I rode that street triple, I was like, man, this is what the Daytona needs. And then here we are. We are here with that engine in the Daytona platform, which I'm so excited for. By the way, let me just go ahead and get this out there, guys. We are not going to be going to a track today. We are on road riding only. And that does suck a little bit because this bike, in order to be truly appreciated, needs to be on a track. But what I'm going to be able to tell you is what it feels like riding it here on the road. Right now, in rain mode, I've got one hand on the throttle, and I have no problem with the power delivery. You know, I don't feel it's snatchy. I feel like it's very smooth and easily controllable, which is awesome for a bike with this much power and this light. Are you able to move the dash at all? Oh, what? It's stuck like that? I am not a fan of that. I want the dash to be angled back some and kind of look up at me. I guess I get it. If you're racing, you know, you're going to be tucked in a lot, and you'll be able to see the dash that way, but I'm not really here for that. I guess they're going more towards that strictly race mode. I can see it, but I wish I could see it a little better, honestly. Alright, so power delivery is cool in rain mode. Let's go on to road, or whatever the other mode is. The mode up from that. Man, I love it when a mode makes sense. Even one mode jump up, and I can already feel the power delivery just like far more instant than it was. Like, look at that. You get that hit of power now, as opposed to in raid mode, it just chilled everything out. Alright, guys, we got to do something. Clutchless upshift, my fave. Do we get clutchless down? Oh, we do. Oh, that was a mistake to give this to me. Alright, so we got clutchless up and down shifting. So if you want to be as lazy as possible, you are fully capable on this machine. Yoo! Alright, ladies. Oh, let's clutchless all the way down. Oh, we're only in third, but right, because we're on a freaking Super Sport. Oh, I love it. Oh man, this body position sucks, but this bike's amazing. One of the cool things about this motorcycle, guys, is they did a lot of work to get this thing as light as possible, and Lord God, can you feel that? This bike feels like it weighs literally nothing, sitting here going back and forth in the lane like this. It's just like tipping it over. And then when we were going through that traffic a minute ago, it felt easy as hell to just maneuver back and forth. All right, let's see if I can make the jump. The Lexus came in hot and cut us all off. So guys, not only was the weight super light standing there not moving, but then once you start going and you just lean the bike back and forth, boy, you can tell. Oh my goodness, can you tell where all that weight savings is? And this doesn't even have carbon fiber wheels. And that was one of the huge things when we built that Panigale a couple seasons ago on Wreck Bike Rebuild. Those carbon fiber wheels changed that bike so much. I couldn't imagine what this bike would feel like if it had carbon fiber wheels. One of the things about Super Sports, man, that is not good is how bad they make you want to ride. Like, these things are race bikes, which are perfect because if you're on a racetrack, you're in the position of hauling butt. But the problem is, the majority of us don't ride these on the racetrack. We ride them here on the road. That is not where you're supposed to ride these things, because it makes you want to ride so hard. Yes, fam. Oh my gosh. You cut through the wind so well on a Super Sport. It is phenomenal. Effortless leaning this thing over. Absolutely effortless. I can't, it's taking no energy at all to get this thing leaned over. Controls seem to be exactly where my fingers are going to push them, so that's awesome. That coupled with the really nice UI is absolutely clutch. Engine braking's a little strong. I'm totally here for that. When I let off that throttle, I'm thrown forward a little bit. And on an aggressive motorcycle like this, you need that stuff, man. That being said, we also have phenomenal brakes here as well. Or at least we should. Let's... Woohoo! Yes! That is exactly what I want to do when I lay on the brakes on a Super Sport. I want my butt to get light. Oh my good God, that's amazing. Alright, let's go into another mode up. We are currently in, I think it's road and street. It's, the middle names are stupid. I want to go to the next one. Okay, that. Oh, we get a dash change. You guys see that? Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Alright guys, highway test. Motorcycles like this should be able to really hold their own on a highway. Granted, these things are made for, you know, track riding. Track riding is much higher speed. The highway is also higher speed. So, I'm going to try not to kill myself and find out how nice this thing is riding it on the highway. Let's go, fam. I am Team Right Lane. Hyundai, you're killing me. You are absolutely killing me. I'm here to do dumb things. Whoa, this thing is sharp. That throttle response is totally changing in every different mode. Oh, the cop's still up here. Shit. Alright, we're gonna be chill. We're gonna be chill. We're gonna go past the cop, no big deal. 60 in third, fourth, fifth. You know what, let's find out what it's like cruising on this thing. You know, we're on the highway. We don't want the engine screaming at us. We don't want to get a police officer after us. We're just here to chill. No big deal. Wind feels fine. There's a lot of wind on me, but I'm leaned up so much that that wind's just holding all my weight back. I've got the lightest touch on the handlebars. We're chill, we're chill. Cops back there. Let's move around a bit. Oh my God, dude. This thing, the lightness of this thing is incredible. Here on the highway, we're just cutting through with no problem. All right. We're just going to casually shift down. We're gonna check there. Nothing. We're gonna shift down again. We don't have a lot of room ahead of us. But let's go. We'll stop there. Woo! Man, this motorcycle should never be ridden anywhere that is not a track. Oh my goodness. That power feels so good. Oh my gosh, that was great. I feel stable as hell. Let's get all tucked in. Bro, I'm locked right now. I'm not going anywhere. This is phenomenal. Woo! All right. Well, that was exciting. Let's get off the highway so you guys can hear me and I don't have to yell. I would like to keep some of my voice. Oh man, what a good ride. What a, oh yes, clear run for the turn. Yes, baby, absolutely. All right, let's chill back. Let's be ready for it. So guys, the highway's phenomenal. This bike is locked to the road. The lightweightness, I can throw it all over the place. And then we got turns. I got an upright position on the motorcycle. We should be able to have, oh my gosh, just effortless, dude. The bike is doing all the work right now. I am just barely turning at all. And the bike is just, okay, cool, we're here, dude. We're rolling. Glory be to Triumph, my guys. Yes. Woo! What a track freaking machine. Oh, man. It's times like this I do actually miss super sports. I'm not gonna lie. There is a fun factor to being able to get on the highway and just zoom. The crazy thing about the Daytona, unlike the other super sports in its class, you know, the R6, the ZX6R, the Gixxer 600 and 750s, and then for now, the CBR 600. The bikes in this class typically are inline 4-cylinders, and they are very Jekyll and Hyde motorcycles, some more than others, but they have this power band that everything is concentrated to the very top of the RPMs. But when you drop down to this bigger triple, you have a much more punchy power band throughout the rev range, so you can have fun at all over the place. Like, for instance, with an R6, if you want to really feel the power of that motorcycle, you've got to ride it at like 9,000, 10,000 RPMs. This thing redlines at 12. The R6 at 12,000 is just getting into its groove. So I feel like it's a much more usable power for if you're gonna do riding that's not on the track. This gives you a more enjoyable amount of power that you don't have to rev to hell and back in order to get to that power. It's more readily available for you at different RPMs. That makes this bike super fun to ride. This body position also does so well with riding like that. I'm perched up on the motorcycle, so when I lean the bike over, my weight is helping just lean us into this turn. It feels so fluid, so natural. It feels like you're doing exactly what that bike is meant to do. Like right there, like you can feel that I am one with that bike leaning it over in that turn. God, that punchy power. We got to change that, guys. This sort of power is not good for the road. Honestly, rain mode's a little too light. I want one up from rain mode. That's what I'm wanting. Is that what I have? That's what I got. Okay, cool. I just need to taper this power down. I love having the option of that punch, but if I'm riding here on the street, man, I don't need that kind of punch. All right, just a random speedboat. That's cool. That lightweight, even in situations like this, doing a little U-turn situation, even helps the bike there. You know, I tell you guys, one of the reasons I like those upright bikes these days is because you don't have to have a lot of weight on the bars. But with this bike being so light, there doesn't have to be a lot of weight. You don't have to push a lot, you know? It's very easily, like, look at that. Just, yeah, lightweightness, super good. So let's talk about the clutch work. Even though with an up and down quick shifter, you don't even really need it because, you know what I mean? But for those of you that do use the clutch on starting and stopping, Honda, we're gonna go Honda. I'm definitely not waiting on you. Stop. Just stop doing that. You really need to stop. Clutch feels super buttery. Like, this thing feels like a buttered croissant. Sorry, obviously I'm hungry. But yeah, super smooth clutch coming in and out. No issues with that at all. I mean, we're looking at a premium machine here, guys, that I could lay on the brakes if I need to, and I am coming to a stop. This bike is basically giving me everything I want for the bike that it is, other than a tilty screen, honestly. I even like the grips. Here, let me move my position on my hand. You guys can see they've even got these like diamond edged grips at the end. I love those. They feel perfect for like just grabbing with the inside of my hand here. So that way, because if I use my whole hand, I'm gonna instinctively put weight on the bars. But if I'm just holding the bars just like that, it kind of reminds me mentally to keep my hands light on the bars, which is how you should be doing. But I don't know, everything's just working right now. So sitting back, you know, there's a specific body position to ride super sports around, kind of chill. And if you put one hand on your leg or on the tank, you sit totally upright and you just extend this arm all the way out. Perfect ergos to do that. That way you can ride this bike comfortably. Every time I would ride to the mountains and back, this would be the body position I would be, and I would just be on chill status. This bike feels super comfortable doing that. And you know, we're even in that mode clicked up from rain mode, and I still feel like the power delivery is smooth enough to where, you know, if I need to get out of a situation, I've got that power there. But it does taper the power at the ends off to where I don't have to worry about, you know, doing that. It's not that bad. All right, guys, we're gonna pull into our little stop spot and take a little walk around this beautiful piece of engineering. All right, ladies and gents, let's take a little walk around. GoPro's still going. Good times. All right, Triumph Moto2 Daytona 765, however else you have to say the name. Look at the carbon fibrous. Oh, carbon fibrous. What a good looking bike, dude. Comes with the Aero stock. The crazy thing about this thing is they've done so much work to make it as light as possible. This is only a clear coating. They didn't actually color the frame to save weight. Carbon fiber rear tail to save weight. No passenger pegs to save weight. Aero exhaust to not worry about all the bullshit that you typically have to have with an exhaust. It is magnifico, my friends. It even comes with like a super sport set of tires on it, my man. Super Corsa. Yeah. That's phenomenal, dude. Öhlins suspension. There's really not much else you need to put on this to make it a track weapon. Like it's literally made so you can buy this thing, take that off, and go to the track. Just done. You take the tag off, you take the mirrors off, you tape those up, and you are 100% track ready, dude. I love this. I love the colors. I love the little Moto2 thing back here. Guys, if I had the available funds and I was a guy that did track days a lot, I think this would be a hard sell. Like, hey, if you want to buy a motorcycle, not have to do any extra mods and just go straight to the track when you buy it, that's what you buy. That, or if you want the ultimate hooligan weapon for the road. All right, guys, I'm going to get my phone out and get me a little photo for old Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, make sure to follow me at C2WPics. That is where I post all of these cool photos. And now I got this stupid car in the background. We're going to be doing a lot more photos of the Daytona. We're going to have it for we have it for about one more week, so I'll try to get some more photos. But yeah, you guys go follow me on Instagram at C2WPics. We post a lot of photos of the bikes we're doing videos on and all that kind of stuff. But I would love to sit here and keep telling you guys about Instagram, but I really just want to go keep riding this thing. I'm not here to talk. Man, the sound of a triple. You get so used to these inline fours and the twins, you don't hear many triples. All right, so guys, as we slowly putter through traffic here on this first ride, I can't help but praise this motorcycle for everything that it is, but I do need to keep something in mind. This motorcycle, it is a limited run, so I'll give you that, but this bike costs $17,500. for that $17,500, I give you, you get a lot with this motorcycle. It is a precision instrument. But I can't help but think, for 17.5 grand, how much could you buy and put on an R6 or similar motorcycle and get it as close to this or better? You know what I mean? So the main thing I think you're really getting in this motorcycle is a limited run motorcycle. But I also have to ask after that, how many people are going to want to buy a limited run motorcycle and then go to the track with it? You know? Like, do you want to mangle up your one numbered motorcycle? I don't know. When I see a limited run bike, I think of, okay, people that are going to buy that are going to buy them because they have plenty of cash. They want to put it in their garage. They love the look of it or something like that. I just don't know how many guys are going to buy this thing and, you know, treat it like it needs to be treated. You know, treat it like a Moto2 bike. Take it on, do a ton of track days on it and just use it to its fullest potential. I think, I don't know if there's many people like that. You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. For what it is, I think this bike is phenomenal. Is it worth the price? I don't know. I'm not a guy that does a ton of track days, so I can't really say if 17.5 grand is worth it for me. You know, you'd have to ask a guy that does a lot of track days. But guys, this brings us to the end of the Moto2. The person that needs this motorcycle is a guy that has a ton of cash, or that wants you know, something to decorate his garage with to show off this limited run, or, you know, hopefully it's the person that does a shit ton of track days and is going to just use every ounce of this motorcycle. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the 2020 Triumph Moto2 Daytona 765. Crazy looking, crazy long name, but absolutely phenomenal motorcycle. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you enjoy motorcycle content, consider subscribing to the channel. We do a ton of motorcycle stuff here on the Chaseontwowheels YouTube channel. Big shout out to the guys over at Triumph for letting me borrow this beautiful machine. I am going to have to regretfully give it back after we get a couple more videos done on it. But I appreciate you guys riding around with me today, and I'm Chaseontwowheels. I'll see you on the next one. Later. Outro crew, what do you guys think of me being back on a Super Sport? If you guys noticed on the highway, it started bringing out a little bit of that old Chase. I need to get off this thing as fast as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and you guys know, love you a long time. I'll see you on the next one. Later.